Hi everyone. Hi guys. Hope everyone is doing well. I just got back to Washington State a few weeks ago, kind of hit the ground running with some home projects. So I do apologize that been quite busy, but hopefully, I don't want to promise it, but I'm going to try and get the part 3 pendulum divination video out by this end of this weekend. But I just thought I would check in energetically. We do have the Lionsgate portal coming up in a few days. That's a huge time. Lionsgate portal starts on 7/26 per most people, and then it peaks around 8/8, and then about 8/12 I think is when it's over with. But it's a great time to manifest, great time to release things. It's also a huge time to receive upgrades. Things from a lot of information comes through. Like you might find that your astral, your dream world is very active during this time frame. You may see codes. I've been seeing a lot of geometric patterns when I close my eyes and when I'm going to sleep. It was crazy. I actually had looked like rainbow codes. I was trying to sleep, and for about an hour, they were coming through with like all these different rainbow colors to it. And it was so cool. It was really cool. And then I even had a visit from a being, one night. So it's been a crazy Lionsgate portal for me, at least. But I've also been very tired. My guides told me that I'm doing a lot of integration work. So my physical body is trying to catch up to my integration on my spiritual plane, my etheric plane, astral, whatever, whatever the planes are. But anyways, I've been busy doing that. But I've also been very busy, I'm finding myself moving away from a lot of my YouTube people I used to follow, like people that I would follow for teachings and stuff and guidance. And I'm finding that lately I've been kind of drawn not to watch them. Like it's kind of weird, but I've been delving into like theosophy and anthropology and kind of looking into their perspective of human creation, human consciousness. And a lot of that stuff is starting to resonate with me. So you're going to find on your journey that some of the knowledge you gather in the beginning, you're actually going to leave behind. And you're always constantly changing. So nothing is ever set in stone. You have to be like the river down below. You've got to kind of roll with things. And it all depends on where you are on your spiritual journey as to what information will resonate and what information doesn't. So, just bear that in mind. It's a very trippy journey we're on, and you may start to find that a lot of the stuff that you used to follow, you don't follow anymore. And it's not that it got you to point A, but now you gotta get to point B. So, and now that's where you find other teachers to teach you or move forward with. So today I want to go over just real quick something that happened with me and my partner, and it really hit home to me how people use our emotions to control us. And it's not always done consciously. Okay, a lot of it's done on a subconscious level, but a lot of times it's also done on a conscious level. But I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then explain what spirit came through and told me about what happened. But I was in the middle of a class, and our instructor was a Zoom class, and it was kind of we were going into like a meditation for this class, and Claire, I smelled like cigarettes. Like I had a very strong smell of cigarettes, and almost to the point I was tasting it. And I was like, ooh, what is that? And I thought maybe somebody in the group that in the Zoom class was a smoker. And what happened was I think it was my teacher, actually. She does smoke. And when we were going into our meditation, she was going into our energy bodies and just checking to make sure we were all clear, all this stuff. So I think what happened was I only once or twice in my life have I had the clairgustance, or the taste and the smell. I don't know what the smell clair is called, but anyway, but it was the first time that I actually smelled and tasted something. So I was kind of like floored. I was like, wow, okay, is this another ability that's starting to wake up? So fast forward to the next day, and I'm laying in bed with my partner, and I'm smelling garlic. And I'm like, and my partner and I've been kind of not really feeling like a lot of heavy foods either. I've been doing like a lot of boiled potatoes, yams, if you will, probably to help ground myself. Just doing a lot of just steamed vegetables. And my partner has been kind of cooking his own meals. So as I was laying there trying to fall asleep, I was smelling garlic. And I thought, okay, is this a being that's trying to come through? Is this because of, is this what is happening with me in the class is coming through as I'm trying to sleep? Is there a being here that's trying to communicate? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, why am I smelling all this garlic? So I asked my partner, I said, hey, did you use garlic when you were making dinner? And he was like, yeah, I did. Why? And I said, because I'm smelling garlic. So I wasn't being mean about it. I was just asking the question because I was trying to figure out, was this something that, because I had it happen to me in this class, the day before, was I smelling this garlic because there was a being in the bedroom that wanted to communicate, or was it simply my partner? So because I asked him whether, I stated that I smelled garlic, he took it as a personal insult to himself, saying that he smelled. So he got really mad at me and rolled out of bed and went downstairs and was doing his own energetic release or whatever. So I'm laying in bed and I'm like, what the heck just happened, So, sorry, my allergies have been full tilt too, so I'm just trying to, so I don't keep coughing on you guys. But went and he comes back upstairs, I don't even know, maybe an hour later, whatever. And he starts like, he's just like, throwing the covers over him, and I can tell he's upset. Like, he's making it very well known that he's upset. So I'm like, I roll over and I'm like, hey, do you want to talk about something? Do you want to, like, I don't know, you got out of bed in a hurry, like, what's happening here? So he goes and he says, you said I smelled. And I was like, no, I didn't say you smelled. I said that I was smelling garlic and wanted to know whether it was coming from you or whether this was coming from a being. You took it personally. So, long story short, he wanted me to apologize for him feeling hurt over, he was saying that I told him that he smelled, when that was not the case at all. I was merely just asking a question. Did you cook garlic in your dinner tonight? So when at the end of the conversation, he's like, well, the least you could do is say you're sorry for making me feel the way I feel. And whoa, I was like, no, I am not going to say I'm sorry for how you felt. You created that feeling of hurt or ego or whatever that was, childhood trauma that came through. I'm not going to apologize for your emotions. You are in charge of that. So what the basis of this story is, don't allow someone to put their emotions on you. Okay? If you're just saying something totally is not intentionally to hurt someone or upset someone. You're coming from a place of love or neutrality, and they're the ones that get upset. Like he did. He got pissy with me because he thought I was telling him that he smelled. Well, that's on him. But then to expect me to say I'm sorry for making him feel that way, That's wrong. That is not your burden. Okay? I'm going to repeat this again. This is not your burden. This happens to us all the time. Family is huge. They always want, if people take things out of context, and if you're coming from a state of love and neutrality, and you're not trying to hurt somebody, don't own it. Don't take their emotions as yours. Okay? Don't do that. This is one of the lessons that we have to learn. Not to take on. This is boundaries, guys, okay? We need to learn that no, it's not okay for us to take on someone else's emotions or their hurt, okay? Basically, he was mad. He was very upset with me that I wouldn't say I'm sorry. And to me, because of all this programming that we have since I was a child, since we all had as a child, the teachers tell you, say to you, always say you're sorry to so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. So, I was kind of floored. I was like, no, I'm not going to say I'm sorry because you got upset, because you took it out of context and it made you angry. Something in your childhood needs help, okay? So when someone, whatever triggers them to go into a spiral, that's something that they need to release. That is not for you, okay? This is not for you to take on, all right? I just want to read you what came through from Spirit when this happened. I went the next morning, crazy enough, I went and I was kind of rehashing things in my mind, and I was like, no, I should not have taken that on and said I'm sorry. I mean, he was really upset with me that I didn't say I was sorry for making him feel the way he was feeling. So when I literally declared to the universe that no, I am not responsible for his actions, and I meant it. I went to put a glass in the dishwasher, and I laid the glass in the dishwasher, and I went to push the drawer shut, and the glass broke. Like, there was no reason for it. It just shattered. This glass just shattered. So for me, what my beliefs are is when something breaks, like a mirror or glass or dishes or whatever, that means that you've just broken a pattern. That's the universe telling you just broke a pattern. So as I'm saying to myself, and I'm going through that, no, I was correct. I was doing the right thing, not taking on his emotions, not taking on it as my own by saying I'm sorry. I broke a pattern. And what the universe was showing me with the glass, with the shattering of the glass, was that the pattern was broken. Okay? So I'm just going to read you what I received from Spirit when I sat on this. And this is something that's very important that we all need to really work on. This is huge. This is something we've been programmed since we were little kids over, okay? So what Spirit said was, making one's feelings of being hurt makes it that soul's responsibility to accept the hurt as its own, not the being that the soul wants to receive an acknowledgement or feeling of that soul not having pleasure because of one feeling hurt. So again, it's not yours to carry. We are not, that's not how this world works, okay? We are programmed to believe it to be that way, that we have to say, I am sorry for your emotion, for you being upset, I'm sorry. No, Spirit's telling you, that's on that person, that is not on you. If you're coming from a place of love and a place of neutrality, no, that is on that person. They need to figure out why they got triggered with these emotions, and they need to do some shadow work, okay? So Spirit goes on to say, you cannot take what is not yours to take. This includes emotions of another. Once a soul places a feeling or emotion on another, that is a form of control. Controlling another through the heart chakra will only create a soul being in a thought process of lack of no longer having understanding of one's emotional energy bodies. So then it went on to say, yes, breaking of the glass was to show that I had broken that pattern. So this is something very important, guys, okay? We have to stop doing this. We do this all the time. We've been programmed since we were little kids to say, I'm sorry you feel that way, I'm sorry I disappointed. No, that's not our place, okay? And we need to understand that. We need to understand this, okay? It's okay. I mean, when he turned around and told me to apologize for making him feel hurt, and I said no. At first I was like, oh, did I just say that? Oh my God, did I just tell him no, I wasn't going to do that? But it was the right thing to do, okay? You know, at first I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm going to burn in hell. You know, that's that feeling you get. But we have to remind ourselves that no, we are not responsible for someone else's trigger. We're not responsible for someone else's emotions. I mean, obviously, if you're saying it to be hurtful, spiteful, angry, whatever, yes, there is some apology work you need to do. But if you're coming from a state of neutrality and love, then yes, that is not your emotion to take on. That is their trigger. Okay? I think that's it. I was just listening to see if there was anything else from Spirit, but I think that's it. But very important, guys, okay? Very important. Use this Lionsgate portal. It's a huge manifestation, a huge releasing period. Release what you need to release. Just ask your higher self. Release whatever is needed for your highest good. That is not, yeah. Release what is not for your highest good, okay? So you can bring in new things for your highest good. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, email me down below. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like, help me push this out to other people. If you want more of my videos, hit subscribe. And yeah, if you want a Akashic record reading, I do those also. Just email me down below and I'll set you up. And or if you just have something going on in your life, you're not really sure, and you just want a little bit of guidance, I'm happy to see what comes through for you. You know, you're not in this alone, this journey, okay? Always remember that. You're never alone. You have a whole spirit crew behind you. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and I will put that pendulum video out and hopefully by tomorrow. So bye, guys.